Good morning students. Today Black 17. Today we are going to learn about the topic disasters and disaster management. Students, next you learn the aim. What is the aim of in this lesson? Explain disaster management in relation to coastal hazards and disaster management in relation to climate induced hazards. Two is mainly important in these hazards. Students, next you learn the keywords. Today keywords are tidal waves, tectonic, impending, devastation, dikes, rainwater harvesting and droughts. These also the today keywords. Students, you see the table. What can you identify in this table? Did you know students? Yes. What are the difference between the cyclones and tsunami? Say which areas affected, impact and mitigation measures. These also important in the cyclones and tsunami. Students, I explained the case study. Cyclones and tsunami. So, you listen the case study. Next you write the table. Okay. Students, first I explain the case study of cyclones. All are listen carefully. Okay. Coastal areas may be multi-hazard zones because vulnerable to cyclones, flood, tsunamis and earthquakes. These are natural processes that make the coastal areas vulnerable to risk of property damage, loss of life and environmental degradation. Student, say for example, cyclones may last a few hours or a few days are often accompanied by losing wind, heavy rains, high waves and storm surges. Students, mainly cyclones affected by the eastern coast of India is particularly vulnerable to cyclone. The destruction caused by the Odisha super cyclone in 1999 left 10,000 people dead. This was followed by cyclone Palin in 2013 and cyclone Hudud in 2014. These also the impact cyclone in this east coast of India. What are the powers to the cyclones? Did you know students? Yes, cyclones have the power to damage houses, uproot trees and electric poles, causing roadblocks, destroyed property and cause loss of life, torrential rain, waterlogging and flooding lead to disruption and diseases for people living in the cyclone hit areas. So the cyclones power damages in these coastal areas. Students, next you learn the tsunami. The deadliest Banda earthquake and Sumatra tsunami occurred in 2004 caused by a 9.0 magnitude earthquake, killing more than 250,000 people affected in a single day of tsunami. The huge tidal wave generated by the earthquake affected 18 countries, also called the Indian Ocean tsunami. Large parts of Tamil Nadu and the southeast coast of India and Andamans were affected by the same incidents of tsunami in which year 2004. Similarly, in 2011, a massive earthquake in Japan ravaged Miyako city and damaged the Dulwich nuclear power plant. Tsunamis are even present threat in island located near active tectonic plates. These tsunamis generate giant tidal waves that can cause widespread devastation. Finally, what are the difference between the cyclones and tsunami? You write the tables. Okay, are you understand? Students, I asking some question. Listen carefully. Next you tell the answer. Okay. Why are coastal areas multi-hazard zones? Did you know, students? Yes. Coastal areas may be multi-hazard zones because as these areas are vulnerable to cyclones, flood, tsunami, oil spills and even earthquakes. Students, why do strong cyclones and tsunami cause destruction? Did you know, students? Yes. Cyclones are rapid onset hazards are combined by losing winds, heavy rains, high waves and storm surges. Tsunami caused by undersea earthquakes and movement of tectonic plates generate giant tidal waves that can cause massive devastation and wash away everything in the path. And then next question, what is the impact of coastal hazards? Did you know, students? Yes. Cyclones have the power to damage houses, uproot trees and electric poles leading to roadblock, destroy property and cause loss of life. Students, next you see the table. What can you identify in this table? Define the mitigation measures of cyclone and tsunami. The planting trees as natural barrier suited to the area. Number 2, building sea walls and embankments. Number 3, constructing houses on raised ground. Number 4, constructing temporary shelters for affected communities with provisions for food and medical help. Number 5, prior broadcasting and warning of impending danger. These also the important measures of the cyclones and tsunami. Finally, thank you, students. You are observing the video and complete the worksheet.